107. Talking desert talk. It's getting, cause yeah, life's it's so much to keep up with all the time. You know, so much to keep up with all the time.
Dude, you're killing it. You're killing it.
Thanks, bro.
I don't want to curve off of what you're talking about, but we're just at your wife's birthday / housewarming party yesterday. House is amazing. Family is amazing. Everyone's happy. Just like doing the thing, man.
It's perfect, but it ain't perfect. You know what I'm saying?
That's perfect.
That's it.
That's perfect. But
it's worth it.
Yeah, man. I was just like so inspired or moved. I guess is a move is probably the right word. Where I'm just like, man, like you just have a great life, man. So cool.
Dang, I appreciate it, man. Yeah, it's a lot. I mean, we're all pretty content. We're all pretty content. Jasmine's going through some stuff, but it's just like it's crazy to see the social curation of what's going into your human. You know what I'm saying? Like the humans that you're having, your children, but also yourself. But then, yeah, it's because like she's got like two different schools she's been going to over the last like 2 or 3 years, and even from then to now, like that school to this school, it's all like connected now, you know? It's way like if you move schools back in our day or even before our day, it was like a new life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Very minimal tie back to what you were doing or who you used to be.
Yeah.
But then now it's like everything's so interconnected with social media and TikTok.
Yeah.
It's like it's all the social circles are getting larger.
Right.
The area of judgment, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Area of judgment, like the judgment you're receiving.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, through social media and this connection.
Yeah, I guess it's weird to put yourself in the shoes of someone that kind of has to care about what the judgment is, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't care at all.
Yeah.
But as a kid, it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
And you have to keep up with it. It'd be negligent not to.
And it's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. Kids are going through a lot.
So
but it ain't perfect, but it's perfect, and it's worth it. And we're all like it's like three individuals that are like being a family. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, it's like all right, we're all doing the thing here.
For the most part, like choosing to play house together or choosing to play family together, that means like being socially engaging or putting on that mask of like I'm doing the family thing, you know?
Yeah. Energy and agreement. Patience. It's a whole thing. Life's a whole thing. But yeah, bro, appreciate it, dog. It's
of course. People have some positive and negative connotations attached to family. Most of mine are positive. Some people, not so much. And on that note, the holidays are coming up, which can be kind of like a stressful time with your family.
Yeah.
I think the holidays are a stressful time. And I think you're with your family during the holidays. And then sometimes family dynamics are super stressful. But for me, it's more just like I get a little emotional. I think we all get emotional around the holidays.
Yeah. That thought literally occurred to me today as I was like driving home. Just like the idea of the holiday season. And then I remembered that episode from Scrubs where Turk's like working his first surgical shift at the hospital during the holiday season. And it's like the level of admittance is like the highest during that time, like in the hospitals and stuff, you know?
Okay. During the holidays?
Yeah.
That makes sense, I guess.
Yeah. It's like it's like a super stressful time.
Okay.
You know?
It points to that in the show.
At least it's heavy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, I think because sometimes we're not dealing with our baggage, you know, or like when you're with your family, a lot of what you do is like catch them up about your life. And then when you're catching up about your life with the people that you're closest to, like most of the time your wise counselor or the people that know you best, like it's more likely that you'll be honest, like on a deeper level about what's going on in your life. Like I could say like I went to the gym and I haven't picked back up fasting in the last 2 weeks. So this week I really want to like focus on doing the fasting all week, surface level stuff. Or I can be like, I need MJ38 to take the next step. So I'm trying to kind of work hard on how do I not just like do what I'm doing day to day, the same thing every day, but how do I get like new things added to what I'm doing that will help us go to the next level. So doing that's really important to me. That's even one level deeper, or I can be like, you know what I'm trying to say. But your family's gonna know you on the deepest level.
The people you are closest to.
Yeah, they're really gonna know what's going on with you, or like with what you're talking about. If you're not telling them what's really going on, they're probably likely to be like, well, how's this? And you're gonna have to like confront some of the stuff. You can't really put it all away. Is what I'm trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
And so having to go through your life with the people that you love, I think, can be a stressful thing. And we cannot do that if you just work 50 hours a week in your own little apartment for the most part. Mm, there's emotional stuff too. Like, man, I don't know, man.
It's a heavy time. It's a heavy time.
It's a heavy time.
It's crazy. I think, yeah, that's a trope that I've heard since that episode. And like, I was like the idea of it just like dawned on me today more so. I was like, yeah, I don't know. I just felt it. Whatever it is, it's like, okay, we're in the holidays now. As I was driving over here, I saw like the trees we very rarely have like a transitional period in between summer and winter. Here in Texas, it's kind of just like, hot and then cold. But it's still kind of warm over here. But like the trees were like turning from orange to yellow, from green. I was like, oh shit, we're fucking
That's nice.
season change, bro.
Yeah, November is usually a disappointing month for me living in Texas because there's points in November that are just hot, like 90-degree days in November. But then when you get December, usually most days are cold. So that's cool. But this is actually, I do feel a transition. Chris says that it's going to be super cold this winter. He's like, the summer wasn't that hot, and we're getting cold like earlier normally than we do. So if November is like decently cold, December should be like snow maybe. Like not. It's always like February 2nd. It's gonna be cold and it's gonna be precipitation, but it may never be like cold enough to get snow. But on February 2nd, around that time every year, February 14th, around that time, it's very cold
snowed.
and it's very precipitation. I remember thinking that when it snowed this past, or like I guess 3 years ago around that time.
I think it was on 2020, 2021. I think it was 2021.
I think last year it was raining on the same time. We just weren't cold enough for it to snow. And then when Chris was telling me this, I'm like, okay, yeah, you're talking about like around that time when it's like a maybe on the fence if it'll snow. You're saying this year it will snow, which would be cool. It'd be cool to have a snow day, I guess.
A little snow day.
It's always fun.
Yeah. I ain't trying to live in that shit though.
No, that'd be horrible. People in Buffalo are crazy.
Y'all are nuts.
People in Buffalo
Y'all
are
nuts.
crazy.
Y'all are a different breed, bro.
I don't know how y'all do it, man.
That's a different breed.
That's a question for later in the podcast that I've developed over time, which is just like, at what point do you decide that you need to move to a new environment? Because for some people, that answer is never. They'll just adapt to their environment and stay in that environment. I think that's like not a waste of resources, but it's just like, I don't want to be a polar bear. Like
what?
I don't want to choose to be that thing. It's like you have to adopt like a personality and adapt your person to someone who shovels their fucking driveway every morning. That sounds terrible, I'd rather adapt to, like, right now I have to adapt to the fact that it's hot all the time. That's like the part of being in Texas that your person has to adapt to. It's like there's a ton of sunlight and it's hot all the time, but it's not that bad. That's an okay thing to adapt to.
It's not that bad.
Of all the things you'd have to, like rain, like pouring rain all the time, you got to be like something that basically has an overcoat on all the time. That'd be annoying as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, these are my thoughts. Anyways, I forget the fuck. What's going on, y'all?
What's going on, dog?
Podcast.
The show. Yeah.
Holidays are sick.
Holidays, dude. What's your, okay, on a more exciting note, happy note, I wanted to look up what are your favorite sides at Thanksgiving?
Sweet potato casserole, first of all.
Bingo. That's my number one answer as well.
Hell yeah.
Boom.
Let's go. That's
sweet potato casserole.
That's my number one answer, and I'd be willing to say it first.
Okay.
In Family Feud. Mac and cheese.
Yeah, so I'm saying, what's the Family Feud?
Mac and cheese would probably be the only one I'd be afraid of if I said sweet potato casserole.
Mac and cheese or maybe green bean casserole?
That's classic cliche. I think if you ask the boomers, they're going to say green bean casserole. A lot of those.
Facts.
But I love sweet potato casserole. I'll make it sometimes if I'm going to make a side for like a potluck-like situation. Because that's also the number one thing that I'm judging. Some people really judge mac and cheese heavily. I'm not judging you as a baker.
And cheese. Okay, yeah.
I'm just gonna evaluate how good the sweet potato casserole is, just as a person who's, like you go see a movie, you're gonna be like, I thought it was great. say, I like this. I like the acting. If you think about the main actor, like I think fucking Brad Pitt was amazing in that movie. I'm definitely gonna go for the sweet potato casserole and tell you how it was.
That's me. That's me. Facts all day. Okay, according to ChatGPT, mashed potatoes, of course.
That's yeah, but no, I mean, come on.
Is that a given?
Yeah, I'm not excited about the mashed. I'm not trying to shit on mashed potato makers out
They
there.
need to be there though. They need to be there. This is in terms of in need to be there. I think.
Okay,
It's like most popular
I'm
because
talking-
I'm most looking forward to the sweet potato casserole for sure.
Yeah,
But
I'm
I
talking
don't
about
think that would
Spark.
be the number one answer on Family Feud.
Really?
Number one answer would be mashed potatoes. I think.
Okay, okay, okay. With Family Feud, are we talking about what's the most common side? Most common. We're talking about the most interesting, the most spark,
The most popular, whatever that means. What does that mean?
Yeah, the hottest. I'm with sweet potato casserole. It's got a little flame emoji by its. Let you know it's freaking flying up the charts. No, but I'm with you. I get it.
Okay.
It just depends what you're looking for. It depends what kind of person you are.
Mashed potatoes.
Potatoes.
Regular potatoes or the sweet potatoes? Which one are you
Come
looking
on.
forward to?
Yeah, it's fair. It's fair. Some people might be big potato people. A lot of
Yeah.
Midwesterners are just like, give me a good mashed potato.
Dude, if I
get it.
if I didn't see mashed potatoes on Thanksgiving table, I'd be like, oh, where's the taters?
Mashed potatoes is
Just
the
like
girl.
a classic Thanksgiving plate. What are you gonna see on it?
Yeah, green bean casserole, I'm sure. Mashed potatoes. Fucking cranberry sauce.
Stuffing dress or stuffing slash
Stuffing,
dressing.
of course.
Mac and cheese, green bean casserole, sweet potato casserole, cranberry sauce, rolls, biscuits,
Yeah.
veggies, and gravy.
That's a spread.
Cornbread,
I like the roll. We do rolls at the crib.
deviled eggs, coleslaw, yams,
Double
corn
eggs going
casserole,
crazy.
potato salad. Okay. Okay, but me personally, I'm going sweet potato casserole. That's what I'm looking most forward to. That's what I'm trying to be like, yes. Yes.
Yes. Like Big Sean
Yes.
said.
That's where I'm going.
Yeah, I'm with you. I love it. Sometimes it's not as good, and I'm not particularly great at making it, but sometimes you have a sweet potato casserole that you're like, fuck, dude, this is crazy. I don't know what you did here, but this is crazy. The other thing about potatoes is like,
This is crazy.
potatoes is, what's up?
No. The sweet potato casserole.
Potatoes is like the girl next door that like got a good job. She like went to 4-year university. She's like a physician's assistant or something. I get it. Number one answer on Family Feud. Sure, totally into it. Sweet potato casserole is crazy because it's good for you most of the year. Like this is like a situation where your girlfriend's just like a good partner,
Okay.
and really healthy for you. Makes a lot of great choices. But then you catch them on Thanksgiving. They've had a couple Jamesons on the rocks because that's what's going around, and now all of a sudden we've got marshmallows, brown sugar, honey. We're getting kind of dirty here.
So-
What is this? Is this dessert?
yeah.
Next to my turkey? Is this dessert just for me? And so, yeah, I like sweet potatoes can be a little dirty, and I get into that around the holidays.
I'm here for
It's
it.
nice to see the transition, like awesome complex carb. Oh my god, what is this?
I love sweet potatoes normally, yeah. And then it's like, yes.
Yeah.
Sweet potato dessert.
Yeah.
This shit's hitting. This shit's banging. Love sweet
Whereas
potatoes.
mashed potatoes, like 401k. I get it. Great choice. Great choice. Nothing wrong with that.
Mm.
Are you doing sweet potatoes and mashed potatoes on the plate at the same time?
Usually, yeah.
Probably gotta try them
If the
both.
plate's big enough.
Gotta try them both.
Yeah, for sure.
Hell yeah. Ham and turkey.
Yeah, usually have the meat with the mashed potato with some gravy. Some
Yeah.
stuffing.
This plate thing is like not a problem at the Thanksgiving I go to now. My oldest of my stepbrothers, he's married, and he's like 25, and he married his high school sweetheart, and so we'll go to their Thanksgiving, and they have like every year they have like this big ass plate. It's like like a lunch tray, and it's got like
Okay.
compartments in it.
Yeah.
And they're like, load that motherfucker up, man. And I'm just like, that's tight. You guys get it. It's cool. Cool cultural adaptation.
You need a big enough plate.
Yeah, for potatoes and sweet potatoes.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. Yeah. I wonder what's okay. So I guess we just found the most popular answers, but it's heavy time. Heavy time. Heavy time.
To touch Thanksgiving
Love
before we get
Thanksgiving.
into Christmas, which is what we want to talk about, obviously.
That's where we're going.
I always have a compulsion at Thanksgiving to always be like, okay, we should all go around the table and say something that we're thankful for. I think that's a total coin flip whether or not someone's going to say, if you fuck you, don't make don't do this right now. Let me eat, bro. You know, we're all about to. But I like it feels like we should, we always sit down and eat dinner or whatever, but on like Thanksgiving, it's like a different episode where I think you got to do something. I don't know. Do you guys have ever been a part of one of those circles?
Where it's like you go around and you say what you're thankful for.
Yeah.
It's definitely happened before in my lifetime a couple times. Not
Okay.
all the time,
Okay.
but it's happened a couple times for sure.
Most people have the presence of mind and grace to not do that to everyone at the table.
Depending on the size of the gathering.
Fair enough. But no, I think maybe we would do that with my
We've
mom
done it for
and
sure.
Steve.
Yeah.
But,
At least say some sort of prayer over the food, you know what I'm saying?
what is Thanksgiving? What are we doing there?
Giving thanks, hypothetically. Embodying the spirit of gratefulness and gratitude, thankfulness. It's like, for what?
I think
For what?
logistically maybe someone started Thanksgiving and then everyone just felt like this forever. For what? Am I thankful all the time? I think so.
At least in theory. I'm not sure like the actual logistics behind it.
It's just a holiday
The pilgrims and
concentrated on gratitude. It makes more sense if it was like a Native American tribe.
Something on the sharing of food was more or less, I think, the part of the premise for sure.
Okay, whatever. I'm down. And I think that's what's happened for the last 100 years. Someone said, okay, I'm down. Like, it doesn't make a lot of sense, but we're down. Maybe it made more sense when like food was scarce, They were like, on this day, everyone can get together and eat food. And the people that had a ton of food didn't feel so bad about having food all the time. Like, well, I give back on Thanksgiving. And then the poor people were like, I love Thanksgiving. I fuck with Thanksgiving. Keep that around. I don't know.
I couldn't tell you. I'm sure it's out there. But I'm sure all the information that's out there is like, who says what, At least to a degree, because history is written by the winners. It's like, ugh.
Do you think the Rockefellers engineered society to become factory workers?
Potentially. Why not?
The answer might be absolutely.
Absolutely. I could see that happening.
I don't know, man. That thought's been haunting me for a little bit this past week. But somehow Thanksgiving's more heavy than that, believe it or not, when you go back home and try to hang out with everybody. Most of the time, I feel like as an adult, I just be having a good time. But then I'll be watching my sister, who's like 5 years younger than me, still have an emotional time sometimes around the holidays. And I'm like, maybe it's just part of being young, It's like it's hard if like someone in your family passes away. It gets a little more tough.
Mm-hmm.
The tough to fun ratio becomes a little more disproportionate. When you're a kid, the holidays are the fucking best. Christmas is the fucking best. It's pure enjoyment. It's not tough. It's not heavy when you're a kid.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's part of what makes it heavy as an adult is that those are like peak memories,
Yeah, I think it's heavy on both for sure. Or it's like, because that's part of the expectation as well. You know what I'm saying? And if you're not having a Christmas, it's like really great. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
fuck this.
That's true. That's
You know what I'm
true.
saying?
I guess the threshold for really great Christmas might be lower as a kid. Like anything is awesome, but at the same time, like if you don't have
Mhm.
expectation met for holidays, it's probably more crushing as a kid. You have less coping mechanisms. Fair enough. I think it's just a cool opportunity to.
There's something there,
Yeah, there's something there for
making
sure.
it heavier.
It's an expectation generator
Yeah, right.
because we're human. We want to have human experience.
Social aspect with your closest people, to a degree.
Yeah, right.
In theory.
No, I think that's dead on.
Yeah, towards the end of the year before the new.
Yeah, we want to have a life. You want to have a life. You want to go report dope stuff to the people. You want to feel good about what you're bringing to the table when you're coming to eat at the table, Like, we don't want that. We don't want to go back to our hometown and have all the girls want to fuck us back there. No, I'm just kidding. That's a Burt bit. He's like on the Peloton and they're going and he's like, you going back to your hometown for Thanksgiving? They're like, yeah. They're like, "You're gonna go out to drink?" They're like, "Yeah." They're like, "You want everybody to want to fuck you?" They're like, "Yeah." They're like, pedal harder, pedal harder. And Bert was like, at that moment, I'm like, I fuck with this guy. I fuck with this workout. He's right. He just tapped into something deep inside me. I do want everybody to want to sleep with me. I'm not gonna sleep with them, but I want them to want to. I'm going crazy.
I'm going crazy.
I was like, what is that? When you go back home, it's like you want to bring a product, like you want to have something to show or like feel good about it. And maybe not if you're like more secure, if you're just like chilling, if you're happy with your life. But if you're not happy with your life, you really wish you wish you could sell out and pay more right now to be able to bring something home in the next couple of weeks because it matters all of a sudden, you know. And then you're gonna go back to your life and go back to Bert, for instance, drinking a 6-pack a day. It's like then, you know. But for whatever reason, it's heavy in that moment because you're going back to go present yourself or be judged or be viewed or check in, or it's metaphysical before the new. It's like, what did I do with that whole year? You know, I hope I'm happy about that. Hope I have something to be thankful for.
There's another chapter in my story. It's like those are just like the frameworks that we throw on top of the moment to like give it structure and exist within it and create a story for us to live in, you know? We call it Monday and Tuesday. We like labeled it, you know what I'm saying? But it's just the moment. It's just the moment the whole time.
Oh,
and we just put up the game, like try to structure the game or try to name the structure of the game.
Yeah, and organize it like
and organize
days
it for
and weeks.
ourselves. Yeah, and then the year is up, and it's like, okay, that's it. It's like we measured it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, we are getting older too.
Because if we didn't listen to any of that, we would just be like, I don't know, thousands of years ago. I guess when did we start like accurately recording time?
There's a point where I think Augustus Caesar in Rome started a calendar, and then I think that's what we say AD is when he started that calendar. And then I guess BC is more of like a equation for going back in time from that point. And I don't know, I guess they had some way of recording time, but like from the AD calendar, we adopted from that one, so you can track that one all the way back. So it's more recorded history. We looked it up on the podcast one time.
Yeah, I remember I've just looked down the rabbit hole before, y'all. Because what are we talking about here? I remember I may have brought it up last time, but Louis C.K. has a joke referencing like we center our time around like the birth of this Jesus Christ character. You know, you kind of fucking won.
Yeah.
It's like we all just agreed that like, or like that's what we're working with. Everyone here thinks it's 2025. We agree. You know,
I heard someone saying like,
so yeah, okay, it's part of the structure, it's part of the game. But if we didn't have that, like that pinned down into our existence of how we run things, say 2,000, 3,000, 5,000 years ago, 10,000 years ago. We were just going around the fucking sun, and then there would be points where it was 1 year, but we didn't know that was happening, and probably or the story was getting crazy at that point, and we couldn't really know why, you know, or like the heaviness that we're alluding to that is kind of inherently attached to Thanksgiving and Christmas was like on life even before like Christ, maybe, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I would guess yes, because life is narrative driven.
That's part of the story.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what propels life. It's not like I don't think you get a life and then you may or may not go through story. It's like, I think story is, you get born out of the product of story. Like your parents like had a baby. That was a narrative driven thing in their life. And then you're born out of story into their story, into your own story. It's like the narrative propels the whole thing. There is no life without story. Like story is the requisite for it. So yes, I agree with you. But then also it's like the winters came every year. That's one thing I think why like years make sense to us is because you would go through like the coldest day in the winter every year, and then it would get progressively brighter and warmer until you'd get into spring. And then you'd know that was coming the whole time you were traveling through the year. And so I think when it proposed that like that's 1 lap and this is 2 laps and 3 laps, people were like, yeah, that like makes sense to me. You know what I'm saying? I've been here for 7 winters. It's like, you know?
Yeah.
And you get older. That's the other thing too. I think that's why years make sense, is because like you have more wisdom, experience, knowledge, and you're not the same thing that you were. Even though it's like constant now, like that part never changes, but the you changes inside the constant now. And so I think tracking that makes sense. It's like, oh, he's only 2 winters here. Fuck, noob. Doesn't know you take corn and berry. This is me as like a caveman, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah.
And And so when we talk about a calendar or years or moments or nows, it makes sense to me that we track them, we put on a calendar. I heard someone in the scientific community like proposing or just like using in like a big, like maybe even like a TED Talk level production, not using BC anymore as like the language, like using different language, removing Christ from that language of like describing time.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, dude, you're a pussy, bro. How dare you? Like, why would you?
How dare you?
Go about your business, dog. Like, I can't believe you
Isn't that
would
crazy?
PC around that for your presentation.
PC around
right
the
here.
BC.
Yeah, you're crazy. Anyway,
BCE, before Common Era, I think was something I've learned as well.
Yeah, whatever, dude.
Either way.
Maybe when we're adults. Oh, fuck, I am an adult. Maybe when I'm a rich adult, we should have a big Thanksgiving like feast. Thanksgiving needs like a PR rebuild.
Big pump on family energy. Let's hang out.
People like Christmas so much more, but
Christmas is great. Which one do you lean towards more? Christmas?
Yeah,
of course,
dude.
For me too.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It's great because you get great food too, and then it's Jesus. Come on,
Jesus. Okay, so I think we should rebrand Thanksgiving to Holy Spirit Day.
Okay,
and then we just celebrate the Holy Spirit, and it might get super lit.
Maybe that's what it already is. The idea of Thanksgiving,
right?
Just those words, like what I mentioned earlier, the tapping into the attitude of gratitude, thankfulness, like being receiving. It's like thankful.
If I was Kanye Rich, we should have a thankfulness concert with the Good Music Choir. That'd be a cool way to spend Thanksgiving. That would be a nice rebrand. Rounding out my PR marketing pitch for Thanksgiving. If we're going to make Thanksgiving cool again.
Holy Spirit Day. That's tight.
Kanye concert.
Yeah.
But even as an adult, like, if we deep fried some turkeys or something like that, got everyone together, just went super hard. That's probably what Steve's doing. That is what Steve's doing. So,
yeah.
So I get it. That's what people do.
Yeah, that's what you do.
I like time with my family as a 30-year-old. Mm-hmm. As a 20-year-old, it was stressful sometimes. I don't know why. I don't know why. I'm just going to get wound up at some point. You'll never listen. Just give me a minute. Happens every year. I don't know why. Just getting wound up. But I feel not that way anymore. I feel different as an adult. I really enjoy being around my family. Mm-hmm. Just like having time with them. Not being at work.
Adults with them. You know what I'm saying? Not being at work.
Anytime I'm away from that place is awesome.
This is tight. Yeah. Yeah, dude. It's once you get past a certain age, it's like we're all just adults now. Once you're like past your 35 to 40, it's like, all right, here's like as adults as pretty much like a 60 or 70-year-old to a degree. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To a degree.
Yeah. I'm with you.
Because you're still like a kid kind of growing up in your kid phase. And then like 18 to like 25, you're just like something else. And then from 25 to like 35. Where's adults here?
I think it always probably feels like you didn't know shit 10 years later. Like, oh, so stupid. Mm-hmm. Every time you're like, from 45 to 55, you're like, oh, it's so stupid. I can't believe 40-year-olds are that stupid. But we are. And then you get 65 and you're like, fucking moron. Because you're always going to be like, I should have invested in Bitcoin. What an idiot. Dude, what a fucking idiot. I should have known NVIDIA. Oh my God, I should have known NVIDIA was going to blow up. Yahoo. Fucking Yahoo, of course. I feel like it'll always feel like that with everything.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It'll always be there.
But yeah, I do feel like there's a threshold
Christmas
though.
Is the shit though.
Yeah, there's a threshold where you cross through where I feel like I'm just really enjoying family time, less youthful anxiety problems, more contentment, and Christmas is amazing. Yeah, we love Christmas. Christmas is great. I guess it's not if it's not. Let's try to give back as much as you can because it can be sad time for people. But the best way to make Christmas not a sad time is to buy some presents for the people around you.
Not crazy.
Get into a culture of buying presents.
Yeah.
Get some presents. Maybe get some presents. Have a nice meal. You gotta like put yourself out there. If you're not you gotta find where that Christmas dinner is at. Where am I gonna have Christmas dinner? It's like a thing.
The birth. Not his birthday, but the birth.
Yeah, I'm getting all sad, but I fucking love Christmas, yo.
Mm-hmm.
What is like the number one song that plays in your head when you think about Christmas?
Of course. What do you think it is? Come on, Mariah Carey.
Yeah.
All I want for Christmas. It's that. It's that time, right? Is that it?
Uh, yeah, I think
Mariah
so.
Carey. That's the song, right? That's
Y-
like her most popular Christmas song.
Yeah. I just can't think of how it goes really. I can like hear it in my head, but like with subtitles blurred out. It's like background noise. I wanna know. Write my own lyrics over here.
Okay. Yeah.
But anyways, dude. Okay, so I'm making a cool commercial for MJ38. You want to hear about it?
Okay. Yeah. Word.
All right, bet. Check this out. So I have like a clip of Chef Cam's like plating the thing. This is the cold open, okay? And it looks kind of fire. It looks like The Office almost. And then I'm like working on a way to like remove the steak. So she's like plating the steak, but there's no steak. Well, it's a pork chop actually. And then in the background I did like the AI music, and then I changed the lyrics to Ain't No Sunshine, just like a little bit, where it's like it just says like ain't no sunshine when she's home, and she's always home too long, anytime I can't escape. But it's like just a little off from like the original lyrics. And then it just the as it progresses, like the next one would be Chef holding a steak in his hands, but then the steak's gonna like not there, it's just like his hands. But then it'll be like the actual post comes in after that, where it's like the lit up version of him with the steak, and then like the actual version of the pork chop on the plate with the pork chop. And then the idea is like if you're not capturing your content, it doesn't exist. And then I was like, dude, this is fucking fire. It looks dope. And
Oh,
the
word. Word.
After Effects works super well. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, I was like deep in rabbit holes on ChatGPT about using After Effects,
Mm-hmm.
but it was working, and I was like, this is kind of crazy, bro. And I want to learn all the AI tools. That's another thing I committed to. Like this week was we talk about like everyone always asks me, "Are you using AI? How does AI help you?" And I'm like, ChatGPT is great, but like if there are AI tools that do crazy stuff like generate video with your text prompts, it's like I want to know how to. It's like what websites do I do that through? You know.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So the music one is just Music GPT. You can like have it generate remixes and songs and stuff like that. I guess that's how they made the 50 Cent remix.
Okay. Wow. It's that simple.
Yeah. And then
It's getting crazy, bro. Yeah, I was thinking about trying to get in, or more into that shit for sure.
there's not that much crazy stuff, but there is some crazy stuff. So I think using some of the crazy stuff integrated into the content you're making now, just the fact that you're using the newest, craziest stuff makes the content cool for whatever kind of content you're making. It's like seeing AI or watching AI music happen. You're like, whoa, this is fucking trippy, you know? So it's kind of like engaging in that sense. That's why I think it's just cool to know when Premiere puts out an update and they're like, we added this AI tool that lets you do this crazy feature. If you just use it in your next post, it'll just like have more traction, I think, because you're using a new thing that's out, you know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's kind of like where my mind went last night. I was like, okay, if I just like yeah, stay current, you know, that'll kind of be cool. There's a thing called Premiere Beta. That's like I guess they put newer features that aren't fully worked out yet into their mainstay program, and you can download Premiere Beta, and it has like a little more accessibility. And it also looks like Premiere looks like Photoshop, but this one looks more like um what's the app that people use for Instagram posts on their laptops?
Edits?
Yeah, they'll make edits with it. I do my subtitles with it. I just can't remember what it's called.
Oh, CapCut.
Yes. It looks like CapCut, the Premiere Beta. It's just like styles the same. And it's
Mm.
I'm like, this is kind of cool. I wonder if they ever want to adopt doing it like that, or they like having their beta one way and their mainstay a different way.
Mm.
That's editing talk.
Yeah, dog. That's tight. Fuck yeah. That's the game that we're playing, you know what I'm saying? As far as being in that pool of people. Cause yeah, the shit that we learned 5, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, that shit's irrelevant now.
Yeah.
To a degree.
Well,
You
yeah.
know?
There's stuff like Gary V. I watched like a 15 or maybe it was like 8 minute Gary V video where he was talking about marketing. And I'm like, this is a culmination of he went through a bunch of phases where he's like, ain't nobody learned this. Ain't nobody know about e-commerce. Ain't nobody know about investing in social media companies at an early age. And he constantly felt like that. But then even he like gathered a bunch of wisdom from all those places though. And he's talking about one of the things just like good marketing starts with listening, because if you can actually solve an actual problem for people, like a drive-through, for instance, it's like people would just kept saying like, "Oh, the line to get this burger is too long." It's like they needed a faster way to get a burger, so then making a drive-through where more people got more burgers faster. But what it really did was it made the consumer feel heard. They're like, "Oh shit, this company's tight." Like the thing that we wanted them to do, they did that. And he's like, "That's powerful." So like marketing, it's like you're gonna market yourself. But what you're gonna do is like fix a problem that your consumers are having, but you can only figure that out if you listen to them. It's like marketing and listening don't like feel like they're connected like that, and marketing and fixing a problem don't feel like they're connected like that. But like super effective marketing would be an ad campaign that addresses the fact that you just listened and fixed a problem in their favor. That's gonna drive traffic. And I was like, that's tight. That's a cool lesson that Gary Vee just taught me. And they might teach that in I would expect them to teach things like that in a marketing course at a college for sure. So when we say like if you go to college 10 years ago, some of that stuff is outdated by now. It's like, well, if you got a lesson like that, that's pretty valuable, you know?
Yeah.
I don't want to knock that. It is available on YouTube by Gary Vee. But
yeah, and that should expand, or it expands its scale. Or like if like 90 years ago, like 100 years ago, it's like, man, what the fuck were we on 100 years ago?
marketing was different, but the same, you know?
So I'm saying there's something there for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, some of the practical, logistical, day-to-day steps are different now. You know, and staying up to date with that is a whole thing. It's a whole narrative. It's a whole story.
One of the things, like, so After Effects, for instance, one of the things you can do in there right away is create a mask over, like, let's say, like, with the pork chop, for instance, you just, like, create a mask around the pork chop, and then you move a frame, and then if things move, then you readjust the mask around the pork chop again, and then every time it moves, you readjust it, and then eventually you have it so that it just tracks, like, straight up through the frames, and you do it by going frame by frame yourself. In the middle of going frame by frame myself, I was like, okay, this is where the line where the only people that are doing this work is someone that's either like literally a content creator like me, or someone that's like an in-house marketing person. Like on the Colts, they do stuff like this where they'll track the kick returner, and then once they have the mask around the kick returner frame by frame, then they'll have him tracked, and then they'll have him centered, so everything around them is just like, it looks really cool on social media. I'm like, okay, but no one's gonna pay me to comb through this for 3 hours at 4 a.m. Like, no one wants to pay that price point, you know. But I'm in that field of people who understand what that's how this is happening. Okay, you have to make a frame by frame mask, and it might take like an hour to do it. But it's cool to know how things are being done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think Adobe's trying to release something like that, or they have something like that coming out with like AI help, or like tracking something.
Yeah.
Through the shit.
Yeah.
I think I saw a commercial for it.
Yeah.
Like during the like NFL, I'm pretty sure.
That's why.
Shit. You know what I'm saying?
I learned about it a lot last night. I think they released it in the beta, but then that beta, it kept crashing. Like that tool specifically was making it crash. So then they took that version of 25.6 off, and then gave everybody only 25.5 again. And then it took ChatGPT and me 45 fucking minutes to figure it out last night. I'm screenshotting it, all these things. I'm fucking dude, I upgraded my account to all packages. It was on discount anyways, and like doing all this shit. And finally it's like, oh dude, I'm sorry. And then I look up on Google, why can't I do this? And then I screenshot that and show it to ChatGPT, and it's like, oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know it pulled it. I'm sorry. So even ChatGPT can lead you down some false rabbit holes.
It says ChatGPT may be wrong. At the very bottom.
It was like highlighting it. I really saw it last night.
Oh yeah. Damn. Yeah, man. I'm not up to date with like exactly what's going on right now in all fields all the time. It's getting there though. Give it 10 years.
I was literally on the cutting edge with it last night though. I'm like, look, like I'm like teaching it. I'm like, okay, so you're wrong about this, but now that you know that, tell me what to do now. And then it's like, okay, well, you're gonna have to install After Effects. And I was like, okay, that's fine. And then did it, and then it took me all the way through. And then it said, when 25.6 comes back out, if they fix the bug, you should be able to do that just in the beta with more, like it's easier with the AI. I guess you should just be able to draw the little mask around it. And even if you're not exactly 100% correct through the frames, it like knows. It's
It'll
like,
track it.
nah, I got you. You're trying to
Mhm.
track this person right here. I got it. And I guess it does a good job.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I'm saying. I want to, if that's available, I want to be able to do that.
Yeah, fucking get out there. Yeah.
Stay on the cutting edge. And that's what I'll say at Thanksgiving when they ask me how things are going.
The fucking story. Yeah, only at 40 minutes. We're chilling.
Nice.
We're gonna go for extra long this time.
Nice.
You know, we're gonna give a little bit of a Patreon exclusive full episode.
Exclusive. Get comfortable.
We're chilling.
What's up, motherfuckers?
How you doing?
I love that Joey Diaz just gets on a podcast and he's like, "Hey, how you not singing? Huh? Okay, I got my fucking pumpkin spice latte. Okay, I got a fucking Mucinex and a Lashins because I was smoking deep into the forest last night, ladies and gentlemen." And that's how he starts his podcast. And I'm just like, this guy's so cool. Granted, being that person
Go.
all the yeah,
Just pop.
being that person all the time probably has social negative ramifications, but when you're just hanging out with your friends, it's really fun to be like, "What's up, cocksucker?"
I ain't not tagging. Yeah. Get loose. Get loose.
I
We're
feel
chilling.
this. I just bring a different type of alcohol to the table. That's fucking.
That's a shot tequila.
That's the kind of Bacardi you light on fire. 151.
Woo.
Always gets a pop. Everclear.
Rum. Everclear. Yeah, that's Joey Diaz. We love him for it.
Love him,
Love him
dude.
for it.
Probably the funniest person alive.
Dude, yeah, him and Theo Vaughn. I love Theo Vaughn. I've seen some shit with him. He's been around for, I don't know, for a while now. Do you think he blew up? How do you think he just popped? Was it always going to happen?
I think people.
They pay for marketing?
There's a lot of answers to this question. One, I think that he's super clever, like really clever. Like
He is fucking hilarious.
I think. Side note, as an adult, one of my favorite things that I just enjoy about life is my ability to, like my connection between my thoughts and my speaking, like while I'm speaking and the thoughts I'm having, and like how I'm getting to the words that I'm gonna say. And then like sometimes I'm like about to go down this store, and I know that they don't know that, but I know where I'm gonna go, and then I realize for whatever reason I can't go that way. And so within the context of not looking like, you know, a weirdo, I have to like pivot in my own mind and also hold the social construct that I'm like a great presenter and this is a great presentation, and go down a different door that I didn't prepare for. And then if I'm able to freestyle within that door and then get myself back down to the next level of something I'm more prepared for, internally I'm like, damn, motherfucker, that was crazy, bro. That's crazy, bro. You're wild, bro. That's nuts. Yeah. Walk away, I'm like, no. Like nobody knows that but me, you know? And then I almost told you the other day, I was just gonna bring up, I was like, dude, this is just so much of it is freestyling. I'm just like walking up to a table. I'm like, all right, what's your tempo? What's your BPM? What's the vibe here? What do we celebrate? Okay. All right, cool. My name is Matthew. My name is Matthew. Welcome to Blue. Yeah. And I start freestyling for you. And sometimes we're just hitting, dude. Just hitting on these tables, man.
Yes.
And the cool thing is we don't have to rhyme, but everything else is legitimately a freestyle. I'm like, I've got go-to bars, you know?
Of course.
I've got cadences that I know hit, flows and patterns and
The way you
rhythms.
present the menu and say things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dog.
I can do the ones that trip me out the most are spicy guava. When I do the spicy guava description, I've literally done it probably over 300 times. And when I say it, it's like I'm not even reading the words I have the script right here in my mind and I don't even look at it. And it trips me out vocally to say spicy guava is habanero infused tequila with a guava gumdrop syrup that we make in house. My personal favorite. It's like a spicy margarita, but better. Like I said that from a place of memory, but I didn't even like look at the tablet. It's like, I press a button and it comes out of me.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's trippy.
Programming.
That's trippy. It trips me out every time I do it. To just be like, boop. I'm like crazy that we have buttons we can press.
Whenever you're answering a phone at a call center or whatever.
Yeah. Thank you for calling
The
John's
scripts.
Pizza, home of the pizza. My name is Dennis. I can help you.
Can I take your order?
What is that?
The Good Burger.
Yeah. Home of the good burger.
Yeah. It's a script. Script.
Sometimes the script gets so dialed that it's trippy to watch you like fire that synapse.
Mm-hmm.
There's other
Serving
times where I
especially.
have to freestyle, you know?
Oh yeah.
There's other times where I'm
And you
trying
gotta
to.
read the you gotta read the table.
Yeah, true.
You gotta read the table.
Yeah, true.
But still be, it's like I don't know, because I was thinking about this in regards to like pastors, or like our pastor specifically preaches like five, like once on Saturday, four on Sunday,
Hmm.
five total. It's like a stand-up comedian. You know what I'm saying? It's like an act. It's like a script that you've developed and you've written. But yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes you don't get to write the script. Sometimes you're just freestyling in the moment, deciding what path to say, what to say and not say.
Yeah. I was watching some comedians before I fell asleep last night do videos, and that was the thing I was appreciating about them is when they had to like divert what they were saying, and they're obviously kind of off script, and then sometimes they like handle it well, and sometimes they handle it phenomenally well. And the ones where I watch them like pivot into a funny joke over here, and then watch them transition back over here, and then watch them crush, and then watch them call back to over here, and then watch them fully get out of that into something else completely. I'm like, fire, fucking fire, nice, well done. Like I see it
Mm.
like that because I do a ton of presenting. You know what I'm saying? So that's just something I've become like appreciative of or aware of, or that's something I'm like in nuanced reality
Mm.
enjoying when I see someone else do well. You know?
Yeah, comedy's crazy. It's just talking. It's just words.
Yeah.
And sometimes you get to organize the words, and then other times you're just like on stage improvising, like improv comedy, or just kind of doing crowd work.
I watched this one comedian last night. He had this style that I fucking loved. He was just like walked up to the mic and was like, "You ever think about the first guy that killed two birds with one stone?" And then you ever think about how they talk about it nowadays? Pretty casual. Did you see the way I have two birds? Fucking one shot, man. It's like you're over here like,
so diminished.
yeah, I'm gonna pick up my laundry in Starbucks, so I'm just gonna do both at the same time. It's like, two fucking birds. Yeah. Anyways, I can't like exactly the way
Yeah.
I didn't have the magic for it, but the way he did it, it was like electric, lit people up, and it was like the simplest. It was so simple premise, simple delivery, not even saying a lot of words, crushing. And I was like, that's so cool. That's so effective. You do a lot of damage per second with your comedy style, and you don't even have to be you. You're not even being you. You're just like, you ever think about the first guy that killed two birds with one stone? I don't know, man. It's crazy. Other guys are like,
Yeah, just dialogue.
my name's Pete. I'm a construction worker.
Okay.
Doing the thing every day. You know what I'm saying? You guys know what that's like, don't you? Who likes to drink? They're like really presenting themselves so much, like so much persona, so much personality. Some people walk up and they're like, are plants like giving us oxygen, or are we giving plants carbon? People are like, I don't know. That's what I'm trying to describe about comedy. Is like the style and the way you walk up and do your thing can be so different, you know?
Your act.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's still just walking up and using words.
Yeah.
Just you organize them in a stylization that grants people more or less.
Yeah. Being a server is like having a whole bunch of like different size parties, like watching you do stand up comedy pretty much.
Yeah.
But it's not stand up comedy. But it could be.
It is sometimes.
It is sometimes.
A punchline. Like, have you delivered any good punchlines recently?
Not recently, but all this was saying that like it's tough because I was just gonna say I have like the a punchline that I've had for a long time, or like the go-to lines, you know what I'm saying? And it usually hits. It's whenever they're like any allergies, no allergies. Like, I guess we're gonna find out. Because I've always thought that was kind of funny that like, how do you find out if you have an allergy to something?
Yeah.
Like something has to happen,
Yeah.
or you go get like an allergy test, I guess.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
But I was like, oh yeah, dude, can't have fucking shellfish. Learn that one the hard way. It's like, oh fuck.
Most people, it's like that. It's a funny line.
You know?
Not everybody catches it, but I would think it's funny.
Yeah.
I heard you say it the other day.
It hits more often than not, you know? And then
Yeah.
it's like, boom, I trust this guy.
This guy's cool. This guy's cool.
Because it's not stand-up comedy. They go in there expecting something else.
That makes it even more funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, there's times where a good punchline for like sometimes it's just the punchline's in the air, and if the server just steps in and dunks it and walks away, hilarious moment. Hilarious moment. A lot of opportunity for that as a server. So yeah, but you got to be a comedian,
A whole bunch of
stand-up presenter,
little
freestyle.
individual. Yeah. Freestyle within the constraints of what they have in mind of what they're trying to do.
Yeah, I do a lot of crowd work.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, like How long have you guys been together for? 7 years. 7 years. I'm curious to know. Do you mind me asking? 7 years ago, how did you guys meet? Crowd work right there. I'm gonna work with whatever the hell they give me.
Mm-hmm.
Be like, oh, you guys met at work. That's my favorite story. Okay, so when I look at you guys, like, what? She's definitely the boss, and this guy's a really hard worker, or what's the deal? They're like,
Mm-hmm.
no, we met in school. I'm like, okay, okay. He must have needed help with his homework. Is that what's going on there? You guys meet at the library, and then just try to hit a punchline, and then get the fuck out of that dialogue. It's like, okay, check. Went in there, did some crowd work. They're warmed up now. Let's spill appetizers.
Here we go.
But that's what it like. You know what I'm saying? Like when sometimes I
Mm-hmm.
pull up to the table and I'm like, I do feel like I should do a little bit more connecting before I get into the selling. I'm like, what's the best thing to do that here? What's the best avenue to get in there? What do you guys? They're traveling. It's like, where are you from? Oh, that's tight. How long are you in town for?
That's always a good one. That's always a good one.
Yeah,
Y'all from here?
it's like this is your first time here, and wow, that's crazy. Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then
I was thinking about the idea of that with like shit. Hold on, I had it, but I lost it.
the spiels get sometimes with the spiel. It's funny because I'm reading the situation, and sometimes the situation calls for, yes, I want to hear all your information, but like, hurry up. Like, I don't want you to stop. I do want to hear this, but like, you and I both know this is taking a while. I'm like, and we make all of our pastas in house by hand every single day. The most popular over the last 2 weeks has been the ham and gnocchi. It's going to come in a pistachio pesto with a little bit of squash. And then I'm like literally going like speed run through it. And at that point, I think that's even almost more impressive in my opinion.
Yeah, sometimes there's like the energy of deciding between doing that and like engaging with them and doing the crowd work, or like saying like giving that the social aspect. I guess because sometimes it like you could just try to read the table, and usually like you could see if they're more or less receptive to the social crowd work energy.
Sure. Sure.
And then, but there is still the spirit within you that discerns between or decides between like engaging in that conversation or like walking those verbal like hallways or not.
Yeah.
Because there is like the underlying like we have to fucking. I got other stuff I gotta do too.
Yeah. Totally. There's easy ones like asking something, addressing the fact that it's the anniversary with questions about the couple. Like I feel like I got to do that. But there is times where it's like I'm way too fucking busy to even talk about doing other hallways. It's like I'm giving you water, bread. I'm asking you if you have an allergy, and then I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. But I try to get into that connection point with every table. Another thing that I realized is just like
I was thinking about that, adding that more into the dialogue. I was like, all right, just ask them where they're from. That's always a good. I always just like address the anniversary. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're just like, yeah, that was how that kind of idea presented itself to me in doing more of that. It's like start including that.
Yeah.
Start asking for those reviews. It's like,
Yeah.
especially on the tables that you feel like you can hit that.
There's some tables that like they just love you.
Having a great time.
Yeah, totally. And they'll be like, "We just had the best time." It's little old ladies that love you. Or sometimes it's the dad's like, "Hey man, this was phenomenal. You were really great." There's times where the dad wants to give you the nod of approval. Those are the times where it's an easy convert. It's uncomfortable to ask always because it's just not natural. But those are easy converts. I'm with that, and I agree. A little more where you're from is good.
Yeah,
it's good for the soul.
So then, but to tie that all back into talking about like the pastor doing his thing or the stand-up comedians doing their thing, at some point it's like, because like when I say that bread line, it feels inauthentic to a degree. You know what I'm saying? Because I've said it so many times. So it's like the script becomes disingenuous almost.
Yeah.
But it's like so necessary to hold up the social construct that we're all interwoven in.
Yeah.
Y'all came here to get served.
It's a script. And I dance with you on the script. But yeah, you need it. We all need it.
Mm-hmm.
We all need it to present it.
Yeah. But yeah, to be the pastor, I have to preach the same thing 5 times in a row.
I think
4 times in a row, rather.
Enjoys taking as many side steps as he can. I definitely at 2:00 service. He'll definitely do like, I do this at any other service. We ain't talk about this at any other service.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's a nice moment probably for
him.
Hitting
that.
And then he'll segue for a little bit, and then he'll be like, "Oh, they're telling me I got to get back on point. All right, hold on. We're going back into the. Here we go. We're in the next verse." Yeah, it's cool. It's a cool job. It's a cool thing to do with your mind and with your. I freestyle for a living. I really do. I mean, when I wanted to be a musician, I freestyle for a living. I mean, it's just crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm getting better at it, getting good, like getting wisdom, from doing it for so long. So it's kind
Yeah.
of cool.
Yeah, it's the experience of that time, those circles coming through, whatever you're giving your energy and attention to.
Hmm.
It's like there's something going on here.
Yeah, we get better at it. I don't know. It's also like, okay, well then choose the things you want to get better at. It's like, I don't, I think we're like on a path, or like our heart is like drawn to things, and like getting into music and then serving, and then ultimately having that be like presentation and freestyling, putting words together on the fly. That being like sales tied, and then social media being like marketing tied, and then my entrepreneurship like desires kind of like culminating and blending. It's like all that feels like uh on the first side, if you're like, oh, if I'm gonna get better at things, then I should pick things that I want to get better at. It's like you're in creative freestyle mode, and you're gonna like architect your life, which like you should, but it also feels more like life is kind of like happening to you. Like you need to wake up and show up and do your best with the things that are around you, and then like you're gonna end up going down some paths, and those paths are there. You're not gonna freestyle the path that's there. You're gonna go down the path that you feel magnetized to.
And it's going to turn into a desert.
Yes,
To bring it all the way back.
and that thing will develop you. But it is a fucking desert.
Yeah, it's real. It's fucking real. It's fucking real. Christmas, big times, getting better at things. Yeah, dog. Shit's perfect, but it's not perfect. But it's worth it. I don't know. That's our fucking big boy slogan. I think it's just like a truth that we're hitting on here. It's hard to. I was gonna say it's just hard to always maintain that level of faith and level of certainty. Of it's worth it, because it's also gonna take everything you got. It's gonna take everything you got. It's gonna take everything you got. And the ability to maintain the output of everything you got is impossible, because you gotta sleep and shit, and you gotta organize your life around your body and like your health and your financial responsibilities. You got a lot going on all the time. And then the social ramifications, the social construct that we're kind of alluding to a little bit. So it's like and those are real things that are like kind of forming you,
Yeah.
or giving you paths and like options to navigate between, create your own better or worse. But there's something in your heart, I think, that pulls you, and because you feel it. It's a feeling process.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you. I think you're spot on.
Mm.
Everything you got's a lot.
Take everything you got.
It's a lot. And I also think that
slogan though.
it's worth it.
Come on. What were you saying?
When I think about it's worth it too, it's just like your trajectories in life. Like I think we're still young. We're still young as hell, and our company is young as hell.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to be successful. I do. And pursuing that and catching with the right timing for the environment and the culture around us and our maturity as a company, and just adapting to the understanding what we're selling and stuff like that. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. I feel very optimistic. Also, if I were just more interested in diving into different things, like if I went back to go to law school or something like that right now, I think that would also go well. But I think that that's a life, like that's a commitment to a life.
Yeah.
And I would get that life, and I think it would go well. But then like even like evaluating that, like even with that life, I'm like, I don't think that that's the outcome that would be the most desirable 10 years from now. I think that if I do this and make this work 10 years from now, I'm going to be like, that was fucking worth it. So worth it, dude. Like my life now is sick as fuck. And 10, like, and then I think I'm young enough and optimistic enough that I still feel good about that. And if I was 40 or 45, I might feel differently. I said something to my dad, and he was just like, dude, I think you might be him. And I was like, dude, thanks. He's like, okay. I get it. It's like, it just kind of sucks, but I get it. I think America's like predicated on that. It says like an American. I hear that story and I'm like, oh, like, so you're in the hard part still. And I'm like, yeah. He's like, well, and then you're saying at like 41, 42, you might be like, maybe it's not the hard part. Maybe it's like not working, or maybe I should just pivot and do something else, something more. It's like create some ease and some comfort and some stability here. And I'm like, yeah, exactly. And he's like, damn, bro, that's it. You're right on the that's right on the edge of I think you're doing the right thing. And I was like, that's cool, thank you. I'm not begging you to tell me that.
It's a great story. Yeah.
But it was then on a side note, I was like, if you're just being honest, like he's like, yeah, the American, you want to build a business and live life your way and have the American dream and do that. It's like that's what people aspire to. That's what we're supposed to be predicated on, trying to help people do that. This is a place where you can do that. And you're trying to do that. I think I believe in that ideal. I think I believe that we're predicated on it. I want my tax dollars to go to programs that help poor people establish themselves and hopefully be able to pursue the American dream themselves. Is the ultimate. People can immigrate here and pursue the American dream themselves. It's like, so yes, I believe in the pursuit of the American dream. So yeah, you should be able to do it. It should work for you, like on a science level.
Story.
Yeah, yeah. So and yeah, I just like agree with that sentiment. Is what I guess why I'm bringing it up more than just tell you like my dad believes in me. I'm just like,
no, dude, fuck yeah.
I think he's right.
Mm-hmm.
Which is cool because sometimes our parents are just more concerned at other times.
Mm-hmm. For sure, yeah, dude. You want to make sure Demi's doing well. You know what I'm saying?
Totally.
It's like, come on, kid, talk to me, kid.
Like my sister.
What you doing, kid? Huh? Huh? What you doing over there? Huh? You being a kid?
Huh?
How's being a kid? You being a kid or not?
I'm like, yeah.
They're always gonna be your babies,
My sister's about to turn 26, I guess, and then she finished her degree, ended up getting a degree in digital media marketing, and then ended up getting a job at a marketing company from an interview she got because my dad knew someone from somewhere that was a CEO, CFO on the board of trustees of a company that had a marketing department that did mostly marketing and sales for this textbook company. And so my dad arranges this interview. She gets the interview, gets the job in that company, gets from intern to employee, from employee to full 40-hour week, full-time employee. And then her department got downsized, but then she was promoted post downsizing. So she is cooking. Makes decent money. Sometimes we make more money. Like, it makes me sad that she's not making like more money,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Probably like $55,000 a year. But has a 401k. She's about to go take a car and put the down payment down and start paying monthly payments on a car for herself. Stable job. I think when my dad checks in with her right now, that's super. Like, I hope Demi has something like that. That's nice. You're like, things are going well. I can sleep at night. Like, you're gonna wake up, you're gonna go to work, your bills are paid, you have insurance.
You're chilling.
Yeah,
you're chilling.
And I think sometimes my dad's like, I don't know if I fucked up with Matthew. I'm not sure. Might have fucked up with that one. Well, really, go tell him I love him. Fuck. No.
No, so, it's there. It's the parental instinct.
I think I was maybe even saying all that to bring back around too, but I don't think that you and I would have it any other way.
I was thinking about that too.
We're playing the game occurred to me. Very difficult mode.
There's nothing you'd rather have anyway. Pursuing this, staying in this desert, pushing through. Because I've been listening to Pastor Ed's book.
Nice.
Yeah, dude, it's on Audible, on Spotify, whatever.
Really?
Yeah, it's on Spotify.
Oh, that's sick. Okay, cool.
Yeah, dog, it's fucking lit. But just part of talking about different biblical stories, and then what was one thing that he said that stuck to me was like your current reality is not your final destiny. It's like that's just what it is, bro. Like the story of Joseph, where when he's like thrown into the pit by his brothers, and then he goes and sold into slavery into Potiphar's house, and then gets thrown into prison, and eventually becomes the fucking dude in Egypt and saves his family. It's like you're just in that part, and the same thing kind of in the Alchemist, where they're in the glass shop, and then in the desert. It's like it's part of the story.
I think it's a shit beat out of him in the desert too.
Damn.
An Alchemist.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's like part of it. And then it's within getting the shit beaten out of you. where you find the valuable information, the thing that truly points you in the direction that you need to go, occurs post process of getting demolished, which happens in the deepest and darkest part of the forest. Like
Yeah, that's midway.
it's like hero's journey. That's what I'm saying. It's like my mom would have no other thing for her son than like if it'd be like, Kelly, we want to offer your son the peak hero's journey. It's just gonna be like a lot. I think my mom would be like, oh, that's fine. Not a lot of people can even get that opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think if you ask me the same question, I'd probably be like, that's fine. Not a lot of people get that opportunity. Like I'm down. And so like what? So I'm saying like I don't think I would. I don't think anybody would have it any other way. But it is a lot. I'm not. I don't want to be like grandiose in nature and say like my life's gonna be the best life ever. It's just a lot of suffering right now, but y'all just wait. But I just think in general, like, yeah, kind of. You know what I'm saying? That's
Mm-hmm.
what I hope happens. I hope that we have this like nice come up and the investment was worth it. The sacrifices were worth it. You know, it's worth it. You know.
Yeah.
But I believe that on presupposition. That's I guess part of the faith that gets me to this far in the desert. You know,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
it's hard not to go crazy.
Yeah, that's part of the story.
No water for weeks.
Yeah, dude.
That's cool. This is also I think there's things that I'm still finding and discovering and learning right now, attuning to. Part of it's just not going crazy. Part I feel it with the picks. Sometimes I get to the picks over the last 3 weeks and I'm like, I don't fucking know. Like I sit down with the coffee, dude, and I'm like, I can't smell shit, dude. Like I'm stuffed up, brother.
That is abuse of the X.
Yeah, you know? And then it's like it's crazy because like I can almost feel the person who does know things, like right there. And I'm like, oh, I'm not that person. And he's like, right there. I wish I could just like come into it. But I'm
Mm.
like not in that timeline right now because I'm not handling this well and I'm not handling this well and I can handle this better. So that's why I'm also just like one by one process fix things. Intermittent fasting fixes this process. If I get on a program like the cage program, that fixes that process. Just like attune my processes. My house cleanliness process is a little bit better, like my dishes and laundry and stuff. But I'm like attune those processes and just lock in as many processes as possible. So that way when I sit down on Thursday, Friday, Saturday night, I'm in the timeline of the person that's smelling the coffee and knowing what the fuck's going on. I think that part's important. That's the most important part.
Mm.
Everything else is like I could have a better job but be failing at that part, and it's like I don't think that's a better situation, you know?
Not a better story.
No. It's about being on top of everything and then sitting down and knowing what the fuck's going on with the coffee, being like I already know what clues I got. Show me that. Yeah, that's headed this way and this way, and like it's just right there, you know. And it's cool to feel with the picks. It's sad to be on the other end, but it's also a nice honing tool navigation process. A lot of negative emotions are, I think, truly just like alerts. Like Jordan Peterson was talking about resentment. It's like resentment is good in the sense because it can tell you that just something is wrong or miscalculated or misweighed. And it's like if this, I think you probably listened to the podcast with the mom who had like the 5 kids, and then she's like doing so much childcare that she's accidentally becoming resentful of the husband. And then Jordan Peterson's like, well, don't be upset with yourself for becoming resentful, but don't become resentful. But resentfulness is good because it's telling you that something is like misaligned, out of balance. So like you need to at least express to your husband like, hey, I feel resentful feelings. Can we just like say one phase of integration of you helping me with childcare and just see if that helps to minimize that feeling? Because I think it would. And so now sometimes when I feel negative emotions after hearing that thing from the podcast, I'm like, okay, there's just something out of balance here. This is just like an alarm system telling me something's out of balance.
Mm-hmm.
And then what's the remedy to that is just creating more balance so that you have less alarms going off, which is then how do you do that? For me right now, I'm trying to like get things integrated into processes that I don't think about too much. Sleep's another one. If you just like have a process of sleep, like if your sleep's out of whack and then you get yourself on a good sleep process to where you don't even think about it. It's like go to bed, I wake up at this time and this time. That's
Mm-hmm.
better, you know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Stuff I've been thinking about.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I guess because I was talking about defining a good life. And it's like I think those things more define a good life than like the reality of our income right now or our situation living.
How it looks on the outside.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. And we're young, dude. We're young. Average age of a first time home buyer in America. What do you think it is? Wait, hold on. Let me do it better for the script.
Okay.
Okay. Question for you.
Question.
What do you think the first... Fuck.
Action.
Question.
Question.
What do you think the average age of the first-time home buyer in America for 2025 was?
2025.
This past
First
year.
time home buyer. Average age now is definitely more than it was back in the 70s and 80s. Probably closer to like 35.
Final answer?
Yes.
It's a good answer. I think it's 40.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, I looked it up last night. 40 years old. Kind of crazy, though, just to think about.
1975. 50 years ago.
It was probably younger because the house was
21? 22?
It's a good question for ChatGPT.
ChatGPT.
Okay.
We got the internet. We have the resources. We got the sauce.
My boys are trying to get football trades done before the deadline.
Which is when?
Our deadline in Dynasty is tonight when Monday Night Football ends. But I don't think we're going to get a deal done. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Okay, so let's see. ChatGPT, show me the average age, first time home buyers in America for the last 50 years. Dude, me and ChatGPT were going hard last night. We worked, like from midnight to 4 a.m. for sure. We were in the fucking blender going through everything. And sending it screenshots is super easy sometimes when it's trying to tell me how to do something, and I'm like, it's literally not there. And then I'll just send it a screenshot and be like, it's not there. And it'll be like, oh, I'm sorry, because I realize what's going on now. And then we'll like work through more shit, dude.
It's not coming. Yeah, I guess you're like teaching it at that point. What is it? It's like conscious, but it's something.
Yeah. Yeah, it was giving me a hard time when I was trying to rewrite the lyrics to Ain't No Sunshine. And it was like, I don't want to copyright infringe. And I'm like, bruv, I'm just telling you to be a notepad. And it was like, okay, I can do that. And I was like, God damn, bro. Why are you being so difficult? And then just rewrote the bars and then copied that into Music GPT and then told it the prompt. And it's solid. It's good. But then when I played it into the video, I'm like, this looks kind of crazy. It looks like a movie. It's just like perfectly. It looks like a good. I don't know, man. I'm fascinated with marketing right now.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
The ad campaign part is part that okay. First of all, ain't nobody gonna pay us right now for the amount of work and effect we can bring to a product. Because like, it's like one thing to shoot the content, one thing to edit the content, one thing to do that and like post it, and then another thing to manage MetaSuite. Another thing's having like an actual clever ad campaign that would. Okay, here's another thing Gary Vee said in that video that touched my heart. He said.
Oh, wait, hold on. I think we go start off here, see, and then go into the. Okay, no, we still got time. We still got time. Gary V.
Should I save it for the Patreon?
No, we can keep going.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll say the same about Gary Vee, and then I'll take it through the information that it did have right here. So, Gary Vee says, most marketing campaigns are predicated on this is how a marketing campaign is done in this industry. This is what it looked like. This is what it looked like. This is what we do. This is what we do. But the best marketing campaigns are predicated on making content that the viewer actually finds dope, and that if they're actually entertained by it. And then he points to an example like the Super Bowl is one time a year where advertising companies do a really good job of trying to make content that the user will really enjoy. It's like they're trying to make a funny commercial or they're trying to make it interesting. Everyone sits down and they're like, oh shit, let's see. This is a really good commercial right here. It's like, that's the feeling that you want to give your consumer is like, oh, this is a really good commercial. Mm-hmm. It's like most of the time you're just trying to like put your product in their face, or you're trying to like apply some principle that you heard in marketing school, which like there are good principles in marketing school. But it's like when you're advertising, when you're distributing your viewership, you want to provide something that people will be like, oh, this is really dope. This is interesting. And I was like, that's fire. That's a good thing to know, you know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like showing your dress at the like a runway, you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh shit, we're all coming to watch the show. People watch the Super Bowl for the commercials. Mm-hmm. Heard that many times, or for the halftime show. Like, you know, it's just the big thing that we're doing.
The commercials are like one of the best parts of the Super Bowl.
I gotta move my nuts to fucking hold on.
As a fan of the Super Bowl, I want to watch the commercials. Like I don't want to always be getting up and doing like. I think at halftime you should throw the football with your boys outside a little bit. You know, I don't love the halftime show. That's more football with the boys. Chogabrewski, social mingle time. And then and a lot of commercials, you're getting food, or I'm taking a piss, or like into this and that. But at some point, I'm like, oh, I'm trying to watch some of these commercials. Like, let's engage these commercials. It's the thing, man. You know. And then some of those commercials really deliver in that time. So that's whenever I'm like making.
Yeah. Do you have marketing?
Yeah, yeah. So that's what I'm talking about. Like, there's a Mad Men factor.
Yes.
Where it's like
Don Draper.
Yes, dude. That's the ultimate, like, that's the diamond that can make us really fucking stand out, I think, is if we make cool, creative ads that people, for me, right now, every ad's a Super Bowl commercial. Like, I want to make everything just cool, make it dope, make it interesting. Yes, I agree. We should force rank, keep it simple. For a lot of ads, it's just like 5 seconds here, 5 seconds here, 5 seconds here. And you get the content, you make the content. I believe in that. But I also think that if we have a good idea for some kind of like something that when you're watching on Instagram that will just make you like watch it because the same way it makes you stop and watch any other post. That's part of the something I'm wrapping my mind around that I think will help elevate, take things to the next level. I'm interested in experimenting that because if we're good at being creative like that, then we really will tap into Don Draper energy. We'll really be draping on these hoes.
Draping.
I'm kind of excited about that.
Yeah, there's that marketing aspect and then Mad Men creative abstract aspect.
And yeah, nobody coming up with that idea is super valuable. I don't think we're going to get paid at its value. That's just going to be the thing that
eventually
progresses us to the next level again and again and again and again and again until we do get paid for that. So that's why I had this idea for, and yeah, I'll sign off after this or I'm chilling.
But, yeah, I just wanted to. Okay, yeah, we still got like a couple minutes, but yeah, what are you saying?
So yeah, that idea for the commercial is to have the AI music come in and just be like a little bit off, and then have the steak not be there, and then like flash to the final presentation and it like being like the real product, and then same thing with steak, chef holding the steak. Same thing with Chateaubriand. Like take it off of the board, take everything off the board when you're filming, just like the board and everything around the board, and then flash to the commercial with like the product on it. And then have like the moral, maybe just even in white letters say like who's telling your story, or like something along those lines. But then also on the back end, the other thing is I wanted to show like a flash, like a quick flash of like us shooting on the drone and doing like an interview where someone's like talking to the camera, all the different kind of posts that we made, and just like even like close-ups of food and stuff like that, like flash all of those just to show them like we make a bunch of stuff, you know. And then maybe have like a link to the portfolio, if that's possible, in the post or in the bio, you know?
Yeah.
And I think that would, that's solid. That's hitting the market, in my opinion. I think it'd be dope.
Yeah. And the thing is that, yeah, there are people who need that shit, you know, who want to pay for that shit. Need shots of a house or need whatever.
If there are, and if they're on MetaSuite, we would find them. So. We'll find out. But yeah, my gamble's in I do think so too. And then I definitely think there's people that need leads. I don't know, when you're a salesman and you need leads, I don't know if you go to a website or like I don't know how that process works.
In the office, they just come in the mail.
Yeah, yeah, right. Yeah, I guess what they're pointing to is someone purchased the leads from a company via a website or a phone call.
Right.
Yeah.
How are they tracking who's looking for paper?
Yeah, right. So I don't know. See, that's what I'm saying. When you went to marketing school in 1990, you were learning that. I don't know shit about that, but they don't know shit about MetaSuite back then either.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no.
Yeah, exactly. So, as far as that goes, I think that's a like if someone wants to get real businessy, it's like content creation is one thing. If you don't want to pay for that, I get it. But do you have marketing? You know, this is literally return on investment. We can talk ROI. So it's just, I almost understand pushy salesmen now because it's like, no, I will make you more money. No, you'll make more money. Like, trust me, you'll make more money. I hear what you're saying, but you'll make more money. Because then ultimately, if that's true, then you'd be dumb not to listen to that person. So being like having answers to objections to rebuttals and stuff like that, you know?
Yeah.
I almost get where they're coming from.
Yeah. That's it. If you could deliver it, yeah. When you could track it now, and like it works, and you're like, here you go, like confirmed. You know what I'm saying? Confirmed reservations or confirmed sales or confirmed whatever.
Yeah.
Or here's how many times people clicked on it, whatever. The analytics behind it.
Yeah. Yeah, so we got to find a clever way to sell that to people. Not exactly sure how we're going to sell that to people. But
I think that's the right next step, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In the development of the story.
Yeah, me too. It works for people I'd consider wise counsel or mentors.
Mm-hmm.
It's literally working, so.
Yeah, dog. Okay, I think we're just gonna sign out of the first one and go into the Patreon.
Okay.
Extendo clip.
Yes.
Right here on 107B.
This is a brand new process.
Brand new process. Patreon. We're moving over. Full episodes over on Patreon, YouTube, Spotify.
Awesome.
Love y'all. Yes. Have a great Thanksgiving.
I'm thankful for you guys. Thank you.
Yeah, I think it's important to give homage to the Holy Spirit in the at least abstract, objective, agreeable sense of I'm going to be thankful or going to try and express gratitude towards my story. Just get in line with that on Thanksgiving. And that Christmas is Christmas. Come on, what are we talking about? Heavy time of the year. Enjoy it. Happy Thanksgiving. Eat some sweet potato casserole.
Start a Secret Santa where you're at. I'm trying to think of how do you combat that feeling of like if people aren't enjoying Christmas. Start a Secret Santa, get someone a nice gift. Contribute 1 unit of Christmas energy into where you're at.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. Merry Christmas.
Happy Thanksgiving at least.
Hell yeah.
Regardless. Love y'all. Peace.
Bye.
Rolling through the city to the light show. Really ain't no telling where we might